The doors to the Viridian Tea House are open once more. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I do want to give a special shout out before I begin to all the farmers markets and vintage markets that I've been working with this year. You guys have been incredible so far. And one of the people that I work with said, we're halfway through the market and I'm tired. I think a lot of us vendors and market folks are just feeling a little bit of fatigue, but we're still out there. We're still showing off our wares and, promote and support small businesses like myself. I am very proud to be a small business owner, and it's been nothing but filled with lessons to learn and meeting wonderful people that have become friends of mine, and always rolling out new product and keeping up with the old product as well. So from me to you, thank you so much for supporting this small business. I truly do appreciate it. And speaking of news, I have a really cool event coming up this Sunday. If you follow me on social media, you've seen me post about it. It's VEG FEST. So it's going to be this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I will only be there on Sunday, and the hours are from 10 to 5. It's at the Aurora campus in Denver. If you have any questions about wristbands and parking and whatnot, you can find them on social media. I think it's VegFestCO on Instagram or Facebook, and they'll have all the information that you're looking for. So I hope to see you this Sunday. Right, so special shout out as always to Denver Public Library for having such an incredible assortment of books to choose from. This first book that I'm going to review, I'd never heard of the author, just didn't know anything about it, but I read it in one day. I got up only to have dinner, maybe use the bathroom, but I read it in one day. I could not put it down. And this is Consent by Annabel Lyon. And let me just read the dust jacket for you. From this generation's answer to Alice Munro comes a sly, sensual, haunting novel about two women whose lives collide when tragedy changes them forever. Saskia and Jenny are twins who are alike in appearance only. Saskia is a grad student with a single-minded focus on her studies, while Jenny is glamorous, thrill-seeking, and capricious. Still, when Jenny is severely injured in an accident, Saskia puts her life on hold to be with her sister. Meanwhile, two other sisters, Sarah and Maddie, face another difficult dynamic. Maddie is younger and intellectually disabled. Sarah loves fine wines, perfumes, and expensive clothing, and ends up leaving home at the first opportunity. When their mother dies, Sarah inherits the duty of caring for her sister. She moves Maddie in with her, but it's not long before tragedy strikes. Now, both Sarah and Saskia, having been caregivers for so long, find themselves on their own. Yet through a cascade of circumstances as devastating as they are unexpected, these two women will come together. Razor sharp and profoundly moving, Consent is a thought-provoking exploration of the complexities of familial duty and how love can become entangled with guilt, resentment, and regret. And about the author, she is the author of 7 books for adults and children, including the international bestseller, The Golden Mean, which received the prestigious Rogers Writers Trust Fiction Prize. She teaches creative writing at the University of British Columbia. I'm just going to show you the cover one more time, but I'm just going to tell you this. The first thought was it reminded me of V.C. Andrews, and I'm a big fan of V.C. Andrews, the original Doppelganger series. The secrets, how even the two twins, Saskia and Jenny, were so radically different, and what makes our identity? Is it the fine wines? Is it the perfumes? Is it the clothes? Is it the studies? Is it the wildlife? Is it in engaging in illicit activities? Or is it something deeper? The two sets of sisters, it was fascinating to watch how when one of the sisters met tragedy, the other sister kind of transformed and evolved into something that was not only a caregiver, but something bigger and darker and stranger. I loved how there was one subject that involved all four women and how that subject was handled. And it wasn't handled pleasantly. It was a very, very dark novel. And yet I couldn't pull myself away from the stories. Out of the four sisters, I think I liked Maddie the most. I really did. The two sisters that survived, I disliked them intensely. And I always like it when an author creates a character that you can't stand them, or you really like them, and you just have to keep turning the page to find out what's going to happen to them now. Well, and then what? And then what? But overall, there was a hint of gothic that, like I said, reminded me of V.C. Andrews, and just the end and how everything was kind of wrapped up neatly in a black box with black ribbon. There were some left turns, some things I did not expect, but overall, solid writing, a wonderful story with characters that I just disliked, felt sorry for, or truly liked. And so for Consent by Annabel Lyon, it does receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. Like I said, dark, disturbing. I love books that deal with dysfunctional family members. I don't know why. I mean, I like to write about them too, especially twins. I don't know what's my fascination with twins. Maybe it's because I'm an only child. I don't know, but yeah, the twins and the other set of sisters was just, the dynamic between the women was so strange. I mean, there was love. Don't get me wrong. There was love, but it was covered in something really icky. It really was. But an excellent story. If you check it out, please let me know what you think about it. So many thanks to Annabel Lyon for this book, and I will be checking out her other books very soon. And I'm going to say that for the next author as well. And I feel regret that, well, not regret, but I am so sorry that I have not read this woman's writings before. But after reading this one story, I just want to devour, collect everything she's ever written. And this is A Note of Explanation by Vita Sackville-West. So the only thing that I know about Vita Sackville-West was that she was friends with Virginia Woolf, and I'm a big Virginia Woolf fan. But coming across this book, and apparently this was an undiscovered story. So this is the first time it was published. So let me read the back of it for you. This previously unknown story by iconic writer Vita Sackville-West was rediscovered in the miniature library of Queen Mary's dollhouse in Windsor Castle. Built in 1924, the dollhouse is a marvel of engineering, constructed on a scale of 1 inch to 1 foot. Its features include running water, a working elevator, tiny jars of marmalade in the larder, and a petite Rolls Royce in the garage. The preeminent artists of the day decorated the walls, while popular authors contributed to a library of diminutive leather-bound volumes. This is just that's a lot of detail. Inside one of these books, no bigger than a postage stamp, is Sackville-West's witty and enchanting story. In this fanciful tale, a time-traveling sprite moves into the Queen's dollhouse, enjoying its remarkably modern amenities and baffling the dollhouse's visitors and conservators with her playful antics. Published for the first time in this exquisite collector's edition, the story is fully illustrated by artist Kate Bailey and includes an afterword by Sackville-West biographer Matthew Dennison. And about Vita Sackville-West, she was born in 1892, died in 1962. She was a celebrated English writer and garden designer associated with the Bloomsbury Group. She is also well known as the inspiration for Virginia Woolf's novel, Orlando. So this story took me about 15 minutes to read, but what really captured my attention were the illustrations. And let me just point out one that I truly liked looking at. let's see. I'll just get to the end. But that's pretty much the gist of the illustration. It's very, kind of reminds me of like Aubrey Beardsley in color. But yes, this was quite a charming little story and very believable. It's like, yeah, so they talk about the supposed ghost in the dollhouse, but it's not really a ghost. It's just this time traveling creature that has descended upon the house and just wants to live there and have a lot of fun. But let's, oh, another illustration that I really enjoyed. That's the being moving into the house. But yes, lovely, charming story, and this can be read over and over and over again for all ages. And I hope if you do read this and you've never read Vita Sackville-West's other books, this will whet your appetite for more. It has for me. So A Note of Explanation by Vita Sackville-West does receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. Like I said, you know, I love going into the library because I never know what I'm going to find. So many thanks to Vita Sackville-West and Annabel Lyon for their wonderful books. All right, so getting to the tea portion, this is one of my teas, and I've noticed that I've kind of shifted things with my tea company, and I'm finding that that shift is really beneficial to what I do. This is Vinyl Lovers Blend. You've probably seen me talk about it and describe it on my different social media areas. This came by accident. So I'm a big fan of Lapsang Shusong tea. And if you've never had it or never heard of it before, it's basically tea that has been smoked over a pine smoked. So whenever I tell people, giving you a heads up, it smells like a forest on fire. One woman thought that was really funny, but I'm like, no, it's actually kind of true. Not a lot of people are into that smoky taste. However, with the Vinyl Lovers Blend, I added hawthorn berry and dried lemon peel, which actually worked well with the smokiness of the tea. And then I did a further experiment, like I did with Classical Music Blend. I listened to one of my jazz vinyls while drinking the tea hot, and it was actually quite the experience. I used Dave Brubeck. I'm a big Dave Brubeck fan. And just the smokiness with the hint of the sweet tartness of the lemon and the hawthorn berry, it made my jazz experience even more beautiful and, you know, hip. But yes, this was a hit at the previous events this past weekend. So I made some of it iced, and a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, you know, this is so good. You know, it is kind of smoky. It's kind of unusual, but I'm really liking it. So much that my inventory of it has gone down dramatically. But I do have some bags left. So if you are interested in buying some before VEG Fest, please go to my website, viridianteacompany.com, and purchase a bag today. So from me to you, a little bit of Vinyl Lovers Blend. So as soon as I raised the glass to my mouth, my nose picked up the smokiness, and I can still taste the smokiness, but it's not like cigarettes or, you know, it smells like trees burning. But commingled with the hawthorn berry and the lime peel, and this was brewed, oh, it was about 4 or 5 days ago. This is a very nice, mild tea. And there's no sweetener in this, but this is exquisite. I like how all the 3 ingredients play with each other really well. Even though I am still tasting, the mouthfeel is very satisfying and I'm still getting the smokiness. It's not bad. It's just kind of like a smoky Listerine in a way. But this is quite delicious. Oh, excuse me. That's really good. That is really, really good, if I do say so myself. But yes, created this by accident, and this has become one of my more popular blends. So once again, Vinyl Lovers Blend. is available on my website, viridianteacompany.com. If I happen to see you at any farmers markets coming this weekend, then you can buy yourself a bag then. And that leads us to our tea and water breathing meditation. So find yourself in a comfortable position in a quiet area where you will not be disturbed, and make sure that you have some water or some of your favorite tea nearby. We're just going to take a few seconds out of our busy schedule to just breathe. If you find yourself getting caught up in a thought, pause the thought, tell yourself mentally, thinking, allow the thought to go on without you being captured by the story. If you're ready, let's begin. And now let's end this breathing meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes or allow your eyes to come back into focus. And now let's enjoy a sip of our water or tea. Oh, that's delicious. So that's all I have for today. Many thanks to the spirit of Vita Sackville-West and also Annabel Lyon, the Denver Public Library with all the different branches, all the people who have been working on the farmers markets, upcoming VEG FEST, and last but not least, all of y'all for watching these videos. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And for those of you who have recently purchased from me because of these videos, thank you again. It means a lot to me. Small business, yay! So, until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Raise your glass of smoky goodness high, and remember that to drink tea is to enjoy life. I will see you guys really soon. Take care, and bye for now.